On today's episode of Photo Kitchen, I issue a formal apology and retract my opinion about the AI masking tool inside of Capture One. Hello and welcome to episode number 86.5 of Photo Kitchen. I'm your humble host, MD Welch, and today I'm issuing a retraction and apology to Capture One. If you watched episode 86 of Photo Kitchen, and I know you did, you will note that I got a few things wrong about the new AI masking feature inside of Capture One. And first of all, let me thank the viewers of Photo Kitchen for pointing this out. This is the great thing about social media and the community that is on YouTube, that when done correctly, things are pointed out, things are corrected. And in this case, I'm fully comfortable in admitting that I was wrong. Now, what I was wrong about was the ability to apply the mask across multiple images. I made the point that you had to copy and paste and it caused some issues. And I'll have the link to episode number 86. I'm not going to waste your time watching me do it incorrectly. But needless to say, I got it wrong. Now, in my defense, I will have a reason why I got it wrong, but let me first of all show you how I got it right. I'm going to select 4 images here inside of Capture One, and then I'm going to go into the browser view, or just the edit view as I like to call it, so I can see all 4 images here, and we can see them, and I'm going to come up and I'm going to click on subject inside of layers and masks. So I'm doing select subject here. Now, when I click on this, what will happen is I will get a preparing subject mask for 1/4 variants as it goes through here. As it starts to build, it will go ahead and do the masking, and we'll wait for this to complete. I probably will have to turn on masking by hitting the letter M on my keyboard. Indeed, I do. But now we can see that it applies the mask to all 4 images. So this is what I did not get correct in episode number 86. I was saying that you could not do this across multiple images because it would copy the previous mask or outline to the other image, which I did demonstrate it doing that. However, I was using features like copy and apply to do that. Now, this is where I'm going to try to defend why I thought this, because it would never occur to me with the way that Capture One operates to apply a mask this way. If I was in Lightroom Classic, absolutely, this is exactly how Lightroom Classic operates. But watch what happens here. I'm going to turn off the masks. I have all 4 images selected. I'm going to come in and I'm just going to increase the exposure, and I'm going to do it radically. And notice that the other 3 images do not change. This is why I got it wrong. This makes no sense. To the fine people of Capture One, I am sorry that I got the masking wrong, but why can I globally or do an auto sync application of the mask, and your program is great enough to select all 4 images and select the subject, and they're in different positions and different angles, and it does a good job of masking all 4, but then why do I change the exposure and only one of them changes? Now, this is usually when somebody will say, well, there's a hotkey or there's a shortcut button, or you stand on your head and point north, and Capture One will edit all 4 images. That's not, and I've done a video complaining about how I do not like that feature of Capture One. And clearly Capture One will let you do essentially what Lightroom Classic calls autosync, because it makes the mask for all 4 images without holding down a keyboard shortcut, without standing on my head and facing north, or using an express key or any of the other weird things around it. In fact, somebody made the comment about this feature in YouTube. And again, I thank you for those comments, and said, oh, this is the great or bad thing about Capture One. You're always finding these little secrets. We shouldn't have to find the little secrets, right? This is an interface issue. This is an inconsistency issue, right? I think I've just demonstrated again why Capture One needs to just basically make it work so everything happens without a keyboard modifier. Clearly they can do it. They've done it with masking. All right, I'm going to get off my high horse there because that's a bit much, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm beating up on Capture One here, but I do want to stress that that's the reason why it never occurred to me to do masking that way, because you can't do any other adjustments in Capture One that way, really, without having to do some sort of keyboard modifier. So apologies to Capture One. Thankfully, you do have that ability to do it. I just wish you would allow the rest of my edits to happen so seamlessly and easily. The other thing to point out to me was that you can also do the masking it with a style. Now, this is another, I'm going to kind of defend myself. I'm not a big fan of presets or styles in Lightroom Classic, in Capture One, in Photoshop, and this is just me showing my age. This is where I go, I remember when, and yeah, we didn't have, I mean, I've been using Photoshop long enough to know or remember when actions were created, right? You created kind of your own look and feel as you went, and I kind of carry that through. So that's a personal thing. So it never would have occurred to me to look at styles as a way of applying masks, but yes, you can create a style. I've already done so, and I'm going to come up, I'm going to click on style, I'm going to come into custom styles, and I just simply call it bright mask, and I'll go ahead and click on my images here, and we'll go ahead and apply the styles to both images. It will go ahead and make a mask, and I should get a brighter image on both of them. Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go. And you can see both images now have a level of brightness added to them. Again, though, I can't come back to the adjustment and all of a sudden say, with this mask selected, with both images selected here, they have the exact same mask. It's been made just a brief second ago in Capture One. But if I come into brightness and take it all the way down, again, it only adjusts the one of the two images selected. So again, I was wrong, absolutely positively wrong, but also look at the precedent in front of me and you could see why I would have reached that conclusion. And I should have done my research. I shouldn't have based it on here, but we still have this divide. I wish Capture One would fix this divide and make it work as it does in all other areas. I've talked about metadata and keywords and all that other kind of stuff. So this is me, again, saying I'm sorry, saying I'm wrong. I'm more than happy to do it. Thank you to those of you who pointed it out on YouTube. Yeah, that's it. You can do multiple image. You can make the masks at once, but then you got to go through and copy and apply or do those kinds of weird workarounds for all of your other adjustments. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I'll let you decide. And I've seen a lot of comments already on this video about the pros and cons between this and Lightroom Classic. And I'll let that continue on in comments and have those discussions there. But until next time, and by the way, I hope you like this and comment on it. Comment on me being wrong. Maybe you will. That's probably a good thing. But until next time, I'm MD Welch wishing you all the best from PhotoKitchen.